If you're looking for a fun family film for this Friday and don't want to go to the movie theaters, should you take a look at Nimona? In a word, no. You're watching This, That, and Theology, helping you apply your worldview in the world around you. I don't normally start our videos with one of those kinds of recommendations. Our goal here is not necessarily to tell you to go see a film or not see a film, but rather to equip you so that you can understand the worldviews that are being communicated. Nimona is a special case, and if you stick around to the end, you'll find out why. Let's start with some of the good things about Nimona. Nimona was recently dropped direct to Netflix, and it's one of the top 10 films. And it's easy to see why. The voice acting is stellar, the story is compelling, and the animation is sharp and snappy. In many ways, it should be on the top of our list for good films. The story involves a wrongly accused knight and his quest to prove his innocence, a vast governmental conspiracy, and a shape-shifting creature who is lovable if not a little destructive. However, to understand why Nimona may not necessarily be a film for your family, we have to first look at some of the things that are behind the scenes. A few years ago, Disney acquired Fox and Blue Sky Studios, which was producing the movie Nimona. It was canceled at about 75% of development. However, one of the things that has been brought to light in the few years is that executives at Disney were actually a little concerned about the strength of the queer and LGBT messaging that was inherent in the film. The creator of Nimona is a person by the name of ND Stevenson, who has said that the messaging behind his work is against the evangelical upbringing that was part of their story. It's not hard to see how elements in Nimona reflect that, as the institution is clearly a reference towards the church. Both of the two human protagonists are male and involved in a romantic relationship, including a same-sex kiss at the end of the film. Nimona as a character refuses to be defined by gender or even race stereotypes, saying that those questions are too limited. It's clear that the creators of this film are wanting to talk about LGBT, particularly transgenderism, and gay rights. Now, to some degree, we're expecting to see those things in film. However, the reason that I started the video by saying this is not a film for your family is that Netflix does not include any labeling on their video that this is very clearly not only a queer story, but it is pushing the LGBT agenda, and it is geared towards your children. Being a top 10 film means that people are paying attention to it and watching it. And having such glowing reviews on Rotten Tomatoes shows that critics and audience goers alike are supporting this film. Even popular websites like Common Sense Media don't talk about the issues of LGBT and queer messaging that are inside this film. While there are positive messages in this film about how we should not judge people merely by their appearance, even more concerning regarding this film is that there's a very clear message that mirrors what we're seeing in society today. That those who are transgender are suicidal because they're not being accepted. Nimona at one point makes the statement that she sometimes wishes that people would run her heart through with a sword. And there is a scene towards the end of the film where Nimona has turned into a giant monster and is starting to impale herself on a giant sword when one of her cohorts says, "I see you," and stops. There is a part of our society that is clearly saying that if we don't allow transgenderism to become a normal part of our society, that we are responsible for the deaths of those who would take their own lives. There is an abundant amount of information and arguments around the world coming from even secular places that says we should exert some caution, especially when dealing with transgenderism and our teens and preteens. America is the outlier in its advocacy for this, and most of the world has exerted some restrictions on the ability to make permanent changes because of transgenderism. This is a film that is designed for children. It is advocating for these messages and telling your kids that this is not only normal, but something that should be glorified and honored. I will agree 100% that we should not treat those who believe differently or feel differently about themselves as monsters. However, I do see the danger in having these messages being put to your kids without your knowledge and your supervision. As parents, it is your responsibility to make sure you know what your kids are consuming, know what your kids are seeing, and what arguments are being made towards them. And for this reason, I suggest that you at least preview this film so that you know what they may be seeing. And because this film is not labeled in a way that talks about what's in it, you need to make sure you know what your kids are watching on Netflix. If your kids have unfiltered access to Netflix, even if it's just a kid's account, be aware that this film is going to show up on the recommended videos. I'm headed back to the theaters this weekend. I'm going to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and you can expect that video next week. It should drop on Thursday. Until then, have a great week. Thanks for watching. This is This, That, and Theology. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment if there's something that you've seen today that is helpful for you as you apply your worldview in the world around you.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Let's break stuff.